BMW, a brand that we all know, and cars that I'm probably not surprised that we all know by now. And yeah, they put out quite a lot of good track cars. For example, this one in front of me, the Z4, and the probable other M series cars, and the Z3 could also be a decent little track car too. However, there is one that we also know about, which not many people cover really, and that, well, is this. The M3 GTS, starting out in S1 at 444 brake horsepower. This thing is 3,400 pounds. It's so heavy I can't even speak. It also has 324 foot-pounds of torque and a wonderful 4.3 litre engine. So let's go ahead and load this in, go drive it stock, and see what it's like. So here we are with the Beamer. Like usual, I'll let you go ahead and listen to it stock. Not too bad at all. Now the one thing I've noticed, this thing has a tiny little wing on the back of it, but I'm sure it will be very useful. So what we're going to do is go in and take a look at what we can do to this thing, what upgrades you can put on this thing, and whether it will make a decent cup of coffee or not. So yeah, let's go ahead, make our way into the festival, and go and see just what it can do. One thing I'm going to do before I get copyright struck, because I always forget to do this. Audio, streamer mode, on! So here we are at the upgrade shop. Starting off with conversion, we've got 3 options to choose from, and engine swaps, we've got a lot. Okay, hi. We've got a 6.2 litre V8, a 5 litre V10, and a 5.2 litre V10. This 5.2 is straight out of the Lamborghini Huracan, which is pretty nice. It has 1,212 brake horsepower. Fine by me. And we also have a racing 7.2 litre V8. However, for this first build, we are going to go with the stock engine. Now, stock engine, we can either put twin turbos or a positive displacement supercharger on it. So, it's a couple of good options there. Oh, and of course, we can swap it to all-wheel drive should we wish. Now, if we go over to aero and appearance, there's only one category, and that is for the wing, whether we want it kept or whether we want to make it vanish. Hey look, where'd it go? So yeah, you can do a lot of stuff to this car. So the first thing that I'm going to do before we do any of that is take it over to the paint shop and go and see what we can do. So here we are over at the paint shop. Now sadly there are no advanced painting options, which is honestly quite a shame, and one manufacturer colour, which is this horrendously bright orange, which I really need to go and get sunglasses for. However, we do have this, which is kind of nicer on the eyes, should I say. And then we've got just this singular colour, and you can't paint this bit at the top of the roof. Oh my god, that is a bright blue. Going on to the wheels, there's a few different paint groups you can have. For example, you can have this, and then you can have this, and then after that, you've also got inner barrels. You can do this, and then we have the outer lip, which is, well, that. That looks horrendous. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and throw a tune onto this thing and some paints too, and we'll go and see just what we can do to this thing. So here we are now with our Beamer over at the drag strip. Now I've had to take the wing off it sadly for all of the drag tunes, however it will be back for the all of the race tunes. So firstly, let's go ahead with our stock engine, our wonderful 806 brake horsepower, and go and see if we can brake boost this thing. We can. Any second now these lights should go. Let's go and see what this thing can do, I guess. Let's see. Away we go! Not too good off the line, but not too bad either. Going off into second, off into third, and not bad. 156 through the camera. So next we're going to go to the 5.2 litre V10. And then after that, we'll go up to the racing V8. So here we are now at the drag strip with our 5.2 litre V10. So we'll go ahead, brake boost it, and let's just floor it. Honestly, really good off the start. Can we beat 156? I reckon we can. And indeed, we just have with 180. So I guess now all that's left to do is go and put the racing V8 tune into this and hope the car actually brakes. There we go. Right, racing V8 time. So here we are now with the Racing V8, so let's go ahead, line everything up, go and get everything brake boosted if we can. Let's see, can we get ourselves turned properly? There we go, wait for the lights to go, because they probably will do in just 8 seconds anyway. And away we go. Not too bad off the line. Doesn't feel as quick as our V10, but 184. Not too bad. Right, I guess next up we've got to go and take this thing out to the motorway to go and see what it can do for its top speed. But before we do that, of course, let's have a look at the Forzathon shop for the week. We've got the 2020 Koenigsegg Jesko, which is the second fastest car in the game, and if you want me to do a video on that, do go ahead and let me know in the comments. And over here, we've got the 2009 Lexus ISF. We're just going to ignore this one here, okay? Got the ISF and the Jesko. Not too bad at all. Okay, so here we are now over heading towards the motorway with our stock engine. Remember, that's 806 horsepower, and even better, the wing has officially returned. So let's go across the roundabout in our usual who needs roundabouts kind of way, and let's go through the tunnels. Have a listen to this thing. Not too bad. And it's the first one that we've had that goes over 200 on its stock engine. So let's make our way all the way through this tunnel, and then we'll go and see what the other engines can do. So they've got quite a lot to beat this. Let's see, 237, 238. Probably would have been 239 had we had more space. So I'm going to go and put the V10 into this thing, and also what I can say is this thing handles really, really well. So let's go ahead and put the V10 into it and go and see just what this thing is capable of. Right, take two, we're down here with the 5.2 Lambo Huracan V10. Got a beautiful sound to it. So once more across the roundabouts and through to the motorway starts that we go. So into the first tunnel, have a listen to this glorious V10. Beautiful. And now we'll go back into the second tunnel and the start of the downhill stretch. This thing has already beaten the top speed set by the stock engine. That's 262. Wow. 267, 268, 260 car. We'll just go ahead and there we go, you saw nothing. Right, 267, we did get 268. Can we get any more than that, please? No, 268 is our top speed with the V10. So let's go ahead and get the good old racing V8 and go and see what that can do. However, I don't think it will be as fast as the V10, but I guess there's only one way to find out. So here we are now with the racing 7.2 litre V8. So once again, let's get a run up. I think I started a bit further back than I did for the previous two runs, but oh well. We've got to beat 268. I don't think that's going to happen. We can try, but I doubt it. So I'll get you to listen to the Racing V8 when we get into the next tunnel, because yeah. So into the tunnel we go. Nice. And we've beaten the top speed of the V10 by 2 miles an hour. We got to 270. Wow. I've got to say, this thing is, for what it is really, really grippy. I like this car. It's fast, it's agile, it's grippy. It can smash through half the motorway in one go. Right, there's only one other thing to find out if it can do, and that is if it can drift. So, to the festival we go. So here we are now at the festival, back with the stock engine. So let's go and see what we can get. In we go, chuck it in. Like usual, all of our cars get 2 runs at this, just to see how they perform. Not too good on the first one, like 33,000 on the first run with the stock engine. So let's go ahead and try it again with a second run. Decent run up, and come on. Let's see. Any more? 37,000 with a little bit of help. So let's go ahead and see what the V10 can do. Okay, so here we are now with the V10. Let's go ahead and chuck this thing into the drift zone. We'll give it 2 attempts like usual. So can we beat 37,000? The answer is yes. Yes, we can. 46k. Wow, okay. Actually, no. 46k. Right, can we go ahead and beat that? I've got a feeling that we might actually be able to if we can keep this thing sideways enough. Come on. 50,000! Do I even need to do the V8? It's just got 50,000 on its second run. Okay, let's go and load up one last tune, which I can do right here while we're talking, and we'll go and see what the V8 is going to do. So here we are now with the racing V8 as promised. So we'll go ahead and throw this in. We've got to beat 50,000. 50,000 points. And we're not going to do it this run, that's for sure. 41,000. Oh dear. Right, let's see. Do this one again. Run number 2. Come on! Yep. Not gonna happen. If you want the car to do 50,000 points in, the V10 is definitely the option to go with for there. But yeah, my thoughts on this thing. This particular car is fantastic. And the way that you get this thing is actually through Series 39. Well, technically it's not exactly a Series 39 because of Forza's most recent message, but more Series 38.5, I guess. But you get that for doing a seasonal event known as German Engineering or rather in the summer, and that will get you this. It's just 3 races with some German cars, and yes, if you have another GTS, you can use that to win this GTS, but if you want to do that, that is up to you. Trust me, I was tempted. But yeah, that is how you get this car. It is honestly a very fun little car and can be turned into quite the drift machine, as we can see on screen right here. Look at that. Not that, but look at that. I love this car, it's fantastic. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this video, because if you did, then let me know with a like, because like I say, it lets you know that you like this kind of video, and that was saying like 3 times in a sentence and still somewhat having it make sense, which is honestly quite an achievement. So yeah, if you're new here, feel free to go ahead and press subscribe and the notifications bell and set that to all so you never miss an upload. I try and upload twice a week, every single week, so that's 2 new videos for you all to enjoy. And also, while you're at it, feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. I love to read them, and I try to reply to as many as I possibly can. Now, a question for everybody. Have you played Forza Horizon 4? If you have, let me know that too. I'm just intrigued at this point. So yeah, with that said, thank you very, very much for watching, and I guess I shall see you all in the next video. So thank you, and a goodbye. Can I reverse entry this corner? That would be enough.